weekend, and unfortunately, I'm not going to have a whole lot of time this time. Tuesday's going to be a wipeout. Looks like it's going to be rain, thunderstorms all day, so that's going to kind of limit things. I did bring my sail back down, and I'm going to try to get some more work done on that. But today, especially by right around lunchtime and on into the afternoon and evening, I'm going to get up on that foredeck and try to get some more work done. I've got that brand new batch of yeah, fairing compound. Boy, I haven't been down here in a while. Anyway, I got that brand new batch of fairing compound, and I need to go ahead and just get that out, start mixing up a batch. And I got a lot of fairing to do on that foredeck. After I used those fairing strips last time, fairing battens as I call them, I pretty much know exactly where I need to be going with this stuff, and so I'm going to get up there and try to get some of that work done. I left the fairing battens up there and in place so I can go ahead and mark out things even a little better and try to get that work done on the foredeck. Got to get that done before she ever goes back in the water. You got to get that done, and the gel coat and then paint and that getting all the accoutrement, the hose pipe and all that's got to go back on there. So all right, guys, I'm going to go in and grab some breakfast, and we'll see if we can't get out here and work for a few minutes before everybody gets up. I'm always up by like 5 o'clock in the morning and try to get stuff done ahead of time. All right, catch you later. Well, let's go get the boat uncovered. This is going to be a low production weekend, I can tell you right now. This is not going to be one of my times when massive quantities are going to get done, but we're going to do what we can. Amazing. Okay, that's good. I like that. And that's good too. Okay. All right, we'll get this untied, and we'll see you aboard. This carpet's got to go. It's just too white. It's not going to work. We're trying getting on and off the boat. Yeah, maybe on a fancy luxury yacht with big diesel engines this would work, but this is little girl. Okay, let me turn this around. All right, so basically what we've got is the rest of the afternoon and evening to get some work done up on the foredeck. I've already got the new fairing compound out here, 2 brand new buckets of it, and I've also got my equipment that I brought back down from Vermont. I was in such a hurry, I just went ahead and took everything with me. That big sanding, the big sanding blade, if you want to call it, with the 60 grit on it, and also all the equipment for spreading that fairing compound. So we should be good. I got everything I need to get things started, and we're just gonna, after visiting down below here for just a minute, get back up on the foredeck. I just like being down here. Okay, there's a whole lot less work to do down here. But anyway, all right, guys, we'll see you back up on the foredeck and try to get some things done today. All right, brand new batch of fairing compound, and that ought to be enough to finish up the deck easily, because now I'm into actually fairing just the areas that need fairing. So anyway, let's go ahead and get things started on this. So I'll get this a whole lot more secure than the last batch. That. Okay, good. Actually, I've got some of my old stuff, my old batch I need to finish up. Not much, but next thing I've got to do, because I'm lacking cardboard, and I'm going to cut this box apart and use that for my palette to mix up my fairing compound. So it was very convenient of them to send also another nice little spatula here. But anyway, all right, well, I won't bore you with that. I'm going to go ahead and cut this box up so we got to have something to work on. Well, that'll work all day long. That's nice. That's perfect. Matter of fact, I think I can get 3 more out of that one box. Hopefully I'll be all done by then. But anyway, at least we got a good start here. Let's go ahead and mix up some fairing compound. Okay. Well, I'm without rubber gloves, and that's probably a mistake, but I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff mixed up. I have a substantial amount left over from this old batch. I'm just going to go ahead and use this up, see how far we get, which should be quite a ways. Wow, this is pretty well matched in terms of how much is left. Now, that's great. So when we get done with this batch, we're done with these buckets. We can move on to the new ones. Oh yeah. Actually, this is probably a little too much of the hardener for what I got left of the regular filler epoxy. Let me see if I can get a little more out of that. There's the spatula, the paint stick. Okay, we are ready to start doing some mixing. Keep your hands out of it, Randy. I will say that after going through as much of this stuff as I have, learning to mix it becomes easier and easier. You just kind of get the hang of the mixing motion, and we're getting there really quickly. At a certain point, you got to use your paint stick and clear it. Now, this is the way I do it. I mean, you know, you guys are going to come up with your own rhythm, your own method. It's just the way I do it. And that doesn't mean you can't do it a different way, obviously. Oh man, this is looking good. This is, look at that. Gorgeous. Perfect. I love it. Fantastic. We're pretty much there. That looks good and green all the way through. Perfect. All right, next thing. Let me grab my spackling blade. I don't know if you can see this. This area right here is a low area. So we're going to start with that. This has a lot of filling to do. This is a dip. So we're going to get into that. Start laying it from here out about 1/4 of an inch is actually, which is probably more than I should be laying all at once. But I'm going to go ahead and good. Push this to one side. Not an easy thing right here, because you, even with a hollow, see if I can get it like, oh, there you go. There you go. Even with a hollow, the corner of the cabinet is right there, and it kind of gets in your way and trying to dispense this stuff neatly into the hollow. Oh, bubble right there. Don't do a bubble. You're not going to be able to see this because you're off camera right now. I'm getting off camera right now, but that hollow extends all the way from back here up to here. There's kind of a hollow all along the starboard side here until you get to about 2 feet out in front of the cabin, and then everything levels out pretty nicely. So I'm just trying to do the best I can to get as much of this on one shot as possible, and I don't think we're going to do it exactly, but we're going to give it a shot. At this point, I'm going to just get the rest of this and go over toward the middle, because there's some, get as much as I can. I'm going to call that quits. Alright, I'm going to have to make up another batch. We're going to have to go up into the middle now, because we got some areas that need to be filled, but not nearly as deep. And I'm convinced we did not get that area as deep as it needed to be. So, all right. We'll quit filming for the moment. We'll get us another batch going. We'll get you up to date. Well, guys, this kind of looks terrible, but this is nicely filled now. I'm just about licked that problem with this dip in here. I think that's just about where we need it. And this early batch definitely was a little heavy on the the blue hardener, because yeah, this is quite a bit darker than that. It's all working. I mean, it's all going to work fine. But anyway, and I really need to get that over there because I had some really rough areas, and I'm still not done. I'm going to have to get more in front of the cabin here. Up here in the bow, this is probably the last application I'm going to have to do this. It doesn't look very smooth, but basically, I see one little area right there, but basically, all I was doing was trying to hit out some highs and lows, and I got them all, especially right up there in the peak. There's kind of a dip right behind the breast hook. That's all nice and filled now. So anyway, and this is all I'm going to be able to do just for this trip. Yeah, sorry, this is a limited trip. I'm going to get everything secured and buttoned up here. We're going to go and grab some seafood Sam dinner down at the Cape Cod Canal tonight, and tomorrow's going to be all rain, so I'm going to be back on the sail trying to get those stitches undone and get ready to put the new numbers up on my mainsail. And so that's it for now, and we'll catch you guys later. Well, guys, good afternoon. We're all done up on the foredeck, at least for now. I'll tell you what, had I known when we cut that deck, oh, good grief, I don't even remember, a long time, last November, I think that's when it was. Oh, man, I don't know. The problem is, it is so stinking time consuming, and I only get down here periodically, and so I work my tail off constantly while I'm here trying to get more, some progress on it. But boy, it's a time consuming business. And anyway, but hey, little girl needed it. If you could have walked on the foredeck before we cut it up and took all that rotten coring out of there, it basically was like a trampoline. And you can't have that. You can't have that on a foredeck. And also was causing water to get into the cabin because there was such a bad, completely gone coring between the layers. And so we had to do it. There's no doubt about it. But it's just been a long haul. And as I've commented recently in another one of my episodes here, I'll tell you what, when this gets done and the deck is completed, I've already been looking at what we're going to use for grip on the, after we've got it all gripped, and we've got, after we've got the gel coat down and all that kind of stuff, I've been looking at what we're going to be using for a grip paint so that it's a non-skid, okay? But once that's all done, and the hose pipe and the cowling and the bow pulpit, once that stuff is all back on this boat, I'm not going to work on this thing for a while. I don't know when it's going to be, though. That's the problem. And we're pressing on here, and time is getting short. Here we are, mid-August, and we got September. I usually put in September. I don't think I'm going to be done. So I'll just keep working. And I hope you guys stay with me, because I know it's got to be pretty boring not having little girl out on the water. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So, all right. Okay. Next thing we're going to be doing tomorrow, it's going to be all rain. So I'm going to be back inside with my sail, getting some more stitches out, and trying to get things ready to put the new numbers up on the top of the sail there. Yeah, it's been kind of a not exactly your prime visit to the Cape, with lots and lots of work getting done. We're just doing the best we can. Good evening, guys. Just kind of a wrap up to this video. Because it's taken me so stinking long on this foredeck, You know, I've been expecting my numbers to go down. In other words, I've got like 157 subscribers. I've been expecting, these guys are going to start getting really sick of me. I mean, it's all that guy ever does is up on the foredeck. Anyway, the long and the short of it is, I am working on it, and I've been talking to my brother. Next time we go down, he's offered to come over and help me sand, which is going to be the primary thing we're doing next time, to just try to sand out that deck and get it down to the final stages where we can do the final fairing and finally put the lid on this thing. But in the meantime, the other thing I noticed when I was doing this video is how absolutely filthy, grungy the boat is, and I'm so ashamed of it. But this is the problem when you're working on it. You're not thinking about cleaning it; you're thinking about working on it and trying to get it to the point where you can finish working on it, and then once all the work is done, then you can do all the cleaning to put it back in shape. But I mean, poor little girl, she's in just a sad state of affairs right now, with all the dirt and grunge that's built up over this long, almost a full year coming up on it. By November, I think we'll have been working on this foredeck for a year, but from the time we cut it, that is. Anyway, so just patience, guys. Like I said, I'm sorry, but there's no fast way to do this job. But like I'm just grateful. My brother said he'd come over and help me do the sanding, and I'm looking forward to it. At least maybe we can get things done a little bit quicker and finally get little girl in the water. So hey, thanks for sticking around. If you're still with me, thanks for sticking around. And I hope you enjoy all the work that I've been doing on little girl. And I got a whole huge backlog of videos that you can go and see if there's anything you're interested in. I have some guys that are consulting me, not on a regular basis, but I've got some guys that consult me about things that they're working on. And I just send them the video of where I did that particular thing. So anyway, look, thanks for sticking by. Appreciate you dropping by Restoring a Little Girl. And we're going to let this one be a wrap. And got another one coming out that's going to be on just the sail stuff. This time I was going to do sail, but I decided to just do the foredeck thing as much as I had done. And then we'll do a separate one on the sail. So, hey, God bless. Have a good one. And we'll catch you next time.